Hello and happy gaming, everyone. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I apologize for how long it took to get to this second Warcraft 3 video. In all honesty, it's just been a very busy week for me. And also still dealing with illness, not necessarily my own, but other people's, and trying to make sure that things fly smoothly, but enough about that. You're not here to hear excuses about why I haven't uploaded many videos. No, you want to know about what else has happened to Warcraft 3, and, well, not anything that, would help Blizzard. Plenty for us to get entertained with. And yes, I know many other outlets have already covered most of these same things during the time in which I've been kind of radio silent. But I'll be damned if I'm going to miss out on talking about something like this. Already looking like a capstone of bad decisions to embark at the end of the year with as far as game releases and video game companies are concerned, but we're only in February! Oh my goodness! I can't wait to see what else happens. Who knows? Maybe we'll get some good news. Maybe the huge overhaul of Anthem will actually be a thing and we'll get to see something positive. But, as it stands right now, Warcraft 3 Reforged has the lowest Metacritic rating of any game. I don't mean of any Blizzard game, of any, Warcraft game, of any game. The previous holder of that title was Day One Gary's Incident, and a few people decided to come in and boost its rating so that Warcraft 3 Reforged could be right at the bottom. Now, I'm not sure I necessarily agree with that, but hey, like the man said, you get what you fucking deserve.
Get what you fucking deserve!
And for such a cheap, lazy retread of Warcraft 3 as this, yeah, I'd say they definitely deserved it. And it's a shame because this could have been something special. This could have been big. But no, they just decided they wanted to jerk off with it, and instead we got this. So, to be fair, the game did just get its first big patch, and some of the things that are addressed in the patch, which released February 6th, by the way, are things that, maybe should have been there from the beginning. But let's go over some of it. This ought to be enlightening. Warcraft 3 Reforged Patch Notes, version 1.32.1. Changes and bug fixes. Campaign. Players should no longer be met with a defeat screen after loading into a mission. Do I need to explain why that shouldn't have been something that happened 2 weeks later? You're seriously gonna say, look guys, we did our job. Hey! Applaud us, we did a good thing. You no longer fail right away. Guys, this should have been done from moment one. It should have been done minute one, day one. This shouldn't have been a thing. Don't ask for applause now that you did your job. QA, it's not just for indie developers anymore. Audio levels for some dialogue have been adjusted. The animations, triggers, and cameras for some cutscenes have been tweaked. Disconnecting or logging out will no longer change the save file folder. What? How is that a thing? I'm gonna hurt my brain trying to figure this out. Fix a number of issues that would block progression or not give credit for completing missions. Oh my god. That's seriously a thing. You guys couldn't be bothered to make it so that basic level progression didn't work until 2 weeks after launch? God, there's a reason why no one trusts you anymore. Oh, there's a developer's note here. Updating a map for these types of fixes invalidates prior saves. This is similar to how replays from prior game client versions no longer work, probably addressing Smash Brothers. Campaign progress will not be lost. Yay, good for you guys. Custom games. Multi-board should no longer crash custom games. Okay, good job. Joining lobbies for the same map no longer creates duplicate versions of the map. What? Again, how does that even work? I don't really understand how you screw that up. Oh, developers note. This also resolves disconnects from improper map names. Oh, good. That's awesome. Wonderful. Good for you guys. You kinda did your job. Gameplay. The rendering of classic mode has been updated. Oh, you mean that mode that exists because you kind of figured people would get mad that you basically absorbed the original game into the Warcraft 3 refunded? Good job. Again, why? You could have just left the original Warcraft 3 alone, but no, you had to go and shit on everyone's birthday cake. Resolved an issue. Resolved an Elmer Fudd. Resolved an issue with hitching when constructing buildings or training units for the first time. Alright. Fixed Ziggurat upgrade animation in Reforged mode. Okay, so this is just... Basically, they fixed a few animations and some little... and some small visual things. Okay, that's whatever. Again, to be expected. And a few things to the interface. Okay, once again, all of this. Oh my god, wait a minute. This one's big. I mean, not big, but at least funny. Chat keeps up with the latest messages. That was an interface change. That was a change. Something that happened 4 days ago. 2 weeks into the game's launch. You couldn't even program a proper chat that kept up with messages? You couldn't even do that. Something that's been there for literal decades. You couldn't even do that. Ah! I can't believe it. Like, I knew that that Warcraft 3 Reforged was in a bad way, but so bad that chat couldn't even keep up with the latest messages? You couldn't even program scrolling text boxes? Guys, what are you doing? Stop making games. Blizzard, you're drunk. Go home. You can't make games like this. Go home. Yeah, there's a reason why this is the worst reviewed game on Metacritic. And it's not just because 28,271 people at the time of this recording came in and said, "Yeah, fuck this game." No, it's because of things like this, because of it's a lot of small things that add up. And I'd say the biggest culprit is that you took the original Warcraft 3, the one that everyone loved and cherished to this day, the game that, if I were to do a quick Metacritic search, Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos. Yep. See, everyone loves this game. And yeah, it's got some issues, but here we go. Metascore of 92, user score of 9.2. It's one of the few times that users and critics seem to agree on anything. And to be fair, for Reforged, the critics rating is a 60, which is still basically not so great. It's okay. If you want to look at it as a 6 out of 10, that means that the game is only slightly above average, which maybe that's about right, considering that Reforged does have some... it does at least have these slightly more improved models, but when you factor in everything else that was wrong, when you factor in the destruction of the original Warcraft 3, when you factor in the bugs, when you factor in the end-user license agreement problems with custom maps, all of that makes for a user score that, yeah, I totally understand the sentiment behind the game. Would I be kind enough to give it essentially a 6 out of 10? Probably not. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have a horse in this race, but I wouldn't have given it a 6 out of 10. Just saying right now. And it just kind of gets... I'm not going to say it gets worse from there, but one of them, which is what I was about to say. I kind of screwed up. But one last thing I want to talk about on the Warcraft 3 front is the sad apology that they made for screwing up their own release. Made 1 week ago today, February 3rd. I can't believe this is like J. Allen Brack coming out wearing his goddamn pride pin going, "Oh, we're so sorry. We had a tough Hearthstone gaming moment," or whatever the hell he said.
You know, Blizzard had the opportunity to bring the world together in a tough Hearthstone esports moment. I am sorry, and I accept accountability.
And that's absolutely sad. Absolutely goddamn sad. And this is... Alright. It only takes the first paragraph to get to what's wrong. And then everything else is seriously just corporate boilerplate speak. Like, I can't exactly be mad at the community manager. I guarantee this is just what Activision, what the higher-ups at Blizzard, J. Allen Brack, this is probably all what they want him to say. So, like I said, the first paragraph has the biggest problem to me. Everything else is corporate speak. This is the part that really made me mad. Hail, War 3 players! He couldn't write out Warcraft 3 or even... No, it's War and then the number 3. So, thanks for that lovely little abbreviation, you elite speak bitch. We've been following the discussions the past couple of days and want to thank you for your feedback as well as your support. There's been a lot of feedback, not exactly a lot of support, as evidenced by the idea that they are now essentially freely offering refunds to anyone who asks so as to avoid the whole consumer rights issue that they were facing. And there were talks of class action lawsuits, not just for the false advertising, which I believe they finally pulled down that false trailer, but also for the idea that they were denying people refunds, even though consumer rights in a lot of people's countries clearly state, yeah, this you were sold a bill of goods based upon lies. You get your money back. But Blizzard was like, no, all sales are final. Your money is ours. So there were a lot of people saying, all right, let's lawyer up. And I think that's what they were responding to when they just decided, all right, fuck it. Anyone who wants a refund, come get it. But anyway, this happened after this, so I'm just saying, not a lot of support, plenty of feedback. Not that they, listen to feedback. This is, corporate Blizzard we're talking about. It's not the Blizzard we grew up with. It's not the Blizzard that just made things that were fun and, enticing to not only our imagination but our intelligence. No. This is corporate Blizzard, you understand. They've got to worry more about the shareholders than the art. I'm going off on a tangent. So, continuing. First off, we want to say we're sorry to those of you who didn't have the experience you wanted, and we'd like to share our plans for what's coming next. I'm sorry, let's go back. We're sorry to those of you who didn't have the experience you wanted. Isn't that a passive-aggressive way of saying, well, we did our best, we're sorry that you didn't like it so much, bleh. That's not saying, oh, we screwed up and we apologize, here's what we're going to do to make it better. That's not, oh, we really screwed the pooch, we made promises that we didn't keep, and here's how we're going to make that up to you, or here's when it's going to be coming. No, that's, oh, you didn't like it? So sorry. Blizzard, fuck off. Fuck off with that disingenuous bullshit. You're gonna come in here, throw out a game that actually actively makes one of PC gaming's greatest classics worse by essentially turning it into the new shit, and then throw it back in everyone's faces and say, oh, we're sorry you didn't have the experience you wanted. Fuck right off with that shit. Oh my god, like I said, I don't blame the community manager for this. This is some higher up bullshit. This is, how do we phrase this in a way that doesn't make it look like it's strictly our fault? Tell them they're sorry that they didn't get the experience they wanted. Alright, type, post. That's what this is. And it's also the only part of the developer update that I really care about, but I will put a link to it in the description so you can read the full thing yourself. But yeah, everything else is just here's what we're planning on doing, which the most recent update already came out and basically just did some minor QA work that maybe, oh, I don't know, should have been done for release. And then you're going to come in here and get all passive-aggressive with people and be like, oh, we're sorry that you didn't have the experience you wanted, but we got the money we wanted, so it doesn't matter. Fucking yes, it does matter, because this is the sort of thing that makes people not want to buy your shit. This is the sort of thing that makes people harbor nothing but disdain for you and your company. And you're just throwing it out like it's no big deal. Like it's no big thing. Blizzard, you took the wrong path when you decided to merge with Activision. And I hope that you're starting to understand that now. Not that I think you are. It's probably not even the same people working for Blizzard anymore. But I'm just saying, Activision has turned you into a soulless, unrecognizable entity, and I'll be damned if I'm going to continue to support a soulless entity I don't even recognize. So, that's all I've got for this time. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below, and I look forward to bringing you some more videos in the near future. So, until next time, my name is Darksage Walker, and I will be seeing you.
How can you even consider that? There's got to be some other way.
Damn it, Uther. As your future king, I order you to purge this city.